Hey guys, DC here, and this is my review of Gartic.io for iOS, Android, and web. So right now I am on the web version of the game here. I'm setting up an admin player to join the game. Now for me, the admin player is going to act as, I guess, just a view for the audience for whoever may not be playing the game. So usually if I was going to play this, I would have like an Apple TV set up, and I would be screen mirroring with this, whether it be an iPad or maybe even, if it's a laptop or a desktop, maybe just have it connected to the TV, screen mirroring that way. So I would have this as the audience view, and you'll see a little bit later on where I can, kind of skip the admin player and just kind of have, the other players play the game, and just kind of have the admin player just as a sort of as a way for the audience to kind of take a look at what's going on. And if you're not familiar with this game, this is a drawing game, similar to like a Drawful. It gives you a kind of, it's like a Pictionary type of feel. So right now I'm setting up the room, and a link is developed. So that link there, you're going to want to send that to the rest of the people in the room in your party who want to play the game. After you send them that link, they're able to open up Gartic.io via the web, but if they do have the application installed, they can also open it up via the app. So it kind of gives them that option there. So right now I'm just setting up my second player here, the other DC player, and it gives me an option to either open it up via the app or just keep it on the web. So Draw, Guess, Win, that's the name of the game. So I have my first player set up, and as the admin player here, I can, slash the host, I can go ahead and pull that link back down, and for anyone else who's still trying to join, they can look at that link, and then they can type it in, or you can just kind of maybe just text them, whatever it may be, and they can open it up. So I'm going to have my second DC player join. We're not going to be able to see the view of that second player until later on in the game. I thought my screen recording was on for my iPad, but it wasn't, so I caught it really late. So right now we'll just be able to see the one player through the iPhone, and then we can see the admin player, which I would like to call the audience view, kind of through the main screen here. So I'm just pulling down that link one more time to get my other player to join, and then once we have 3 players, then we can get started here. So my DC 2 player just joined, and as you can see there on the main screen, we're waiting, and just below there we have the answers, and we also have the chat. So once everybody's in, you guys can chat on one side of your screen, and then also you can submit answers on the other. And again, it's going to look a little bit different on the iPhone versus the iPad, and versus being like on a laptop or a desktop. So I'm not starting yet, and this game kind of likes you to kind of get going as soon as possible. There's a lot of like kind of urgency in this game, so it's going to constantly be like trying to push you to start. So it's going to be, oh, you're waiting too long, or you're inactive. The game just kind of just flows. Because it's really set up for like almost like a streaming type environment where it's just supposed to kind of run itself. So you have to kind of slow it down a little bit or kind of get used to the speed of the game. So I chatted as the admin as just hi everyone, and I think on my iPhone or iPad I may do a response just to show you the chat feature here. So again, we are still just waiting here. I'll start the game here momentarily. Just trying to get all my ducks in a row here. And I think I set up the point goal as 180 or 150. I may have said it before, but you can set that up pretty high. The amount of players in the room, I think, can go as high as 50. So you have a lot of kind of leeway with this game. Alright, so we're going to get started. As the admin organizer, I'm the one that's going to draw first. So I can either choose to draw Congratulate or draw Rub. Alright, so those are kind of tough. I could have skipped, but I'm going to try to go with Congratulate. And you can see here what I have to the left side of kind of my screen, my palette, I guess, if you want to call it that, of the options I have. I can draw squares. I have a freehand sort of marker pencil type thing. And I was trying to draw like maybe a cap. That's what I started off with, but it kind of got out of control. So people looking at this, they're not going to be really probably be able to guess this. But what's nice is I put in house. You can see there underneath answers, I put house in because that's what it really looks like, even though it's completely not the right word for DC2. And then for my iPhone, which you can see, I put just because who knows what it is. Now, one thing that's cool is as the current drawer, I can do hint. So I clicked on hint, and then now that gives the guessers, you can see my iPhone, kind of the hash marks there to kind of let them know how long the word is. And then as they start to guess, the letters will fill in for them, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. All right, so what I did there was I just skipped my turn because it was getting out of control. But now you can see, now it goes straight to the other DC, and that pencil marker icon next to the avatar is moved down. Now for DC on my phone here, I get chimney, so that's what I've chosen to draw. And now it's my turn to go ahead and try to draw a chimney. And again, the dynamics on the iPhone versus the a laptop are a little bit different. But you can see here, it responds pretty quickly here as far as like kind of latency. Again, I'm drawing this on my iPhone, but it's showing up almost instantaneously on the laptop or my desktop here. So you can see kind of how it's going to show up for the other players. And again, I would kind of just keep this main screen as what I said before, like an admin screen, where I probably wouldn't even play with the admin. I would just have this up in a main room so people can see what's going on. For anyone who may be in the room who's not playing. So I guess chimney on my admin side, and now we have some points. So it's 10 points for the admin, and also if someone guesses you're drawing correctly, you also get points. So it gave 10 points for my admin, 11 points for the drawer. For the guesser and the drawer also get points. The answer is chimney. Now we just have like a quick little break here, and now it's on to my iPad 2, which is not on the screen. But I think I went ahead and skipped the turn for my iPad. Now it's back on the admin player for drawing, and I think I went to draw flood. And let's see how this comes out. And again, it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but it's pretty fun once you kind of get the hang of it, get the gist of it. The only thing that I don't like about this app and this setup, there is a decent amount of ads that are kind of just playing there on the side, and that's what makes it kind of ugly to me to a certain extent. But still a cool little setup, and what's nice about this game, it's free. And I think there is no limit, or there's a very high limit on the amount of players you can have. So I went ahead and guessed flood on my iPhone. So again, the guesser and the drawer both get points. So we happen to be tied now, the admin and DC. So this is a cool little neat drawing game that I know kind of grew or that was popular on Twitch, but now they've kind of given us different options to play it in more of a local environment. Alright, so I skipped for my iPhone there. And you can see the little skipping pencil. And I think I may skip again for my iPad. And yeah, there is no sound. The way that I was recording this, there is sound for the game, but when I was recording it, I did not record the system audio. And now you can see my iPad kind of just popped up on the screen there. So now you can see kind of what it looks like on an iPad versus iPhone, as well as, you know, your main, like a desktop or a laptop. But that's pretty much my review on the game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.